Let's talk about Nintendo Amiibos. So those who are unfamiliar with Nintendo Amiibos, they're little figures that you can connect to your Nintendo system like the Switch and Switch 2, and it unlocks all sorts of stuff in the game that you're playing. And the game that I want to talk about specifically is Metroid Prime 4. All day I've been reading news about that game and Amiibos. And it made me want to discuss it because I have never personally purchased an Amiibo before. Have you ever purchased one?
No.
But this Samus figure I might have to purchase if I purchase the game because it unlocks a key feature that's pretty interesting and it's got a lot of people really upset. But first, check out MischiefToys.com, sign up for our newsletter, follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and join our group on Facebook, Mischief Toys Collectors. Come and make mischief with us. We're going to be making all sorts of mischief this holiday season between our 12 Days of Christmas special and our New Year's special. So make sure that you tune in and you hang with Mischief Toys, make mischief with us until the year comes to an end, and then we're going to restart that mischief in 2026. Stay tuned by signing up for that newsletter on MischiefToys.com.
If you missed our video the other night and you ordered from MischiefToys.com over the Black Friday Cyber Monday weekend, I just want to let you know that we are working on getting orders out. It has been grueling. Oh my goodness. I merged a ton of orders to try and save our customers as much money as I possibly could. It's taking a little bit longer than typical, but our plan is to have them out by next week.
Luckily, she brought me into this, and we're getting stuff done.
I'm getting stuff done.
I'm getting stuff done.
Busy reading articles about Amiibo's and Metroid.
Okay, you got me. Here they say Metroid Prime 4 Beyond's $30 Amiibo sparks exclusive bike radio backlash. The Amiibos unlock certain things in the game. This particular Amiibo unlocks a radio in the game. And I didn't necessarily understand this when I was reading the article because I have not played the game yet. I have no idea about the motorcycle parts because this is the first time Samus has a motorcycle. And I didn't really understand what it meant by, like, no music in a very particular area. So in this video game, you get to ride a bike called Voila. It's called, like, V-O-La. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it or if it's Voila. V-O-La?
I think so, because it's broken up.
This is the Amiibo of Samus that unlocks the jukebox feature on your motorcycle in the game. And so there have been a lot of instances in the past where some Amiibos would unlock characters and all sorts of different things. And for some reason, this is a hot ticket item for people. And it's really weird to me because over the years, Nintendo has been doing this. And in fact, this article points that out. And I have not been in the corner of collecting Amiibos because I've been too busy collecting literally everything else like Funko and Hot Toys. But I kind of like these. I think this is kind of interesting. And this might be the very first Amiibo I buy for in-game unlocks.
So what we collect doesn't have Nintendo licenses.
Right.
So this is like, if you're a fan of collectibles and Nintendo, this is what you buy. But I'm wondering if the reason that you don't really hear too much about Amiibo is because maybe the features haven't been like super crazy, but maybe like Metroid fans are like really wild about this game and this feature.
I loved all the Metroid Prime games. I might just end up going out and buying this Amiibo. But what this actually points out, which the other articles I've been reading hasn't said much of, is that there apparently is a miscommunication that's happening with this Amiibo in the game.
Okay.
In this case, there have also been a number of inaccuracies shared over the radio's usage, with some reports incorrectly stating that it includes otherwise exclusive music or that the bike's main Soul Valley area is silent otherwise. So that isn't true. Apparently there's sort of an ambient sort of music that plays when you're in that particular part of the game. And also, this feature only unlocks the jukebox. In other words, if you're riding around in the Soul Valley area, you can change the jukebox to a different song so it's not the ambient song.
Okay.
But this video in the article kind of gives you an idea of what the game sounds like without music.
Okay.
I guess, or more or less like the ambiance instead. And this person mentions, I genuinely think the desert would have been at least 3 times better if they had put some banging music behind it, but it just feels so vapid. They point out in the article as well that it's supposed to be sort of desolate because you are in a desert. They're basically just giving you what you would expect if you were riding around in the desert on a motorcycle.
Yeah, but if I have a motorcycle, I'm going to make sure it has a radio and I'm going to listen to the radio.
I guess, but I guess the game is trying to give you a certain feeling as you're riding around in it.
Yeah.
So here's what it sounds like. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So you can hear music behind it.
Yeah, but it's really faint. I like it. I'm fine with it. Whatever.
I'm personally fine with it as well.
What is this game?
Metroid is a Nintendo classic.
Yeah.
So there were side-scrolling Metroids, which they still make. This is a Metroid Prime, and Metroid Prime is from the first-person view. So you're Samus, you're a bounty hunter character, and you're going all over the galaxy for various reasons. And Metroid has to do with the alien life form that's in the game.
Okay, so I guess what is the goal?
It's like an adventure game.
Okay, so I would assume there's like a story and like
Absolutely.
things you have to do within the game.
It's a sci-fi adventure. Sometimes there's some horror aspects to it, but they're very good games. There's very few Metroid games that are not good. I particularly like the original Metroid Prime games. I also love Super Metroid, and there have been some recent Metroid games for Switch that have been very good.
Okay.
But this is one that I really do want to play. But after sort of reading through this article and many others, seeing a video like this, I don't understand what people are complaining so much about. However, what they are complaining about is the dollar amount to spend in order to get those extra features. But that's basically what happens in any video game today. You have to spend an extra couple dollars. There's usually a paywall somewhere. That's just how it works. And Nintendo basically loves to run their little fingers in our wallet.
I feel like if you play video games, you know that most video games, or a lot of video games, have like different skins you can buy and like different features you can buy. Pokemon Go has a paywall at some point.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe it's because it's $30 and you get some music, but like you're paying for the figure too. It's not like you're getting nothing besides music in your game.
That's an incredible point, because you're right. You're getting a figurine out of the thing.
Yeah.
So the figure does have some additional content associated with it, but the figure itself is really what you're buying. Although it does have some things that are for like in-game. I know people who collect these Amiibos and keep them in their box. They don't even use them.
I feel like a really bad person to be talking about this because I am a toy collector as well as a gamer. To me, this is perfect. I get something to collect and then I get something special in my game. So I think that the people who are upset are probably the people who don't collect things. People are like, oh, this is a really high price tag to get music in my game, but I look at it as you're getting a figure, you're getting a special feature. We have $300, $400, $500 figures sitting on the shelf behind us. So a $30 figure for the figure and the feature isn't like breaking the bank to me.
Collectors are a completely different breed.
Yeah.
So for us, we don't scoff at something like this. But people out there who are trying to buy their video game, they don't like the music in a certain area of the game, and then they're told you have to buy this extra thing in order to get the music that you want in that area, I think can become a little frustrating for some people.
Yeah, I can understand that. And on top of it, like, if you're not a collector, you're spending your hard-earned money elsewhere. So you might think like a stupid toy to get like your music is just really dumb.
I wondered if the amount of backlash in this would make Nintendo sort of change.
That's what I was wondering. I was going to say don't buy the Amiibo yet because Nintendo will probably be like, you know what? People are really pissed off about this. And then they'll just put the music in there. But then they would receive backlash from the people who aren't collectors and they purchase this thing to get the music and they're like, oh, I could have had it for free.
Exactly. But I don't know if people knew, I don't know enough about Amiibos that when you buy the figure, what features you're getting.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if people actually knew what they were getting when they were buying the figure. They just take the figure, they attach it to their system, and then they get the things. They're like, oh, that's cool. I unlocked a jukebox. So I'm not sure what that's all about, so let us know in the comment section below if you know in advance what you're getting from the figures. I'm assuming that either the box will tell you, or you can just at least look at the internet and know. But I feel like most people who are buying Amiibos are buying Amiibos because they want the Amiibos.
The people that I know that buy Amiibos want the Amiibos. I don't think they really care so much about the features.
I think I'm going to buy the game and that Amiibo as well, so I can get the whole thing. We'll see if Nintendo bends over this whole thing.
In this article, IGN posted 3 quotes from around the internet. Actually, I think it was on Reddit, but here they are. Couldn't they have given us that jukebox mode in the first place instead of having us buy an accessory to unlock said jukebox mode? Wrote Nintendo fan Knighted Wolf 851 on Reddit. Spending more money on a game we already bought for 70 to 80 bucks. I get this, but this is something that Amiibos have been doing forever. Number 1. And number 2, like, most games get more money out of you somewhere.
It's true, there's a ton of DLC out there.
You know how much money I've spent on The Sims 4?
Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
I have
how much I spent for gifts.
I have so many expansion packs, it's unreal. Honestly, if the DLC is something that doesn't affect the gameplay and story, then I'm fine with this, countered another fan. It is a cosmetic that doesn't impact the game, unlike the Skyward Sword teleport, which I think that mechanic removed some decision making from the game anyways. Don't know what they're referring to there.
That's from a Zelda game.
$30 to kill the intended ambiance? Okay then, quipped the third fan, the pepperoni.
The $30 to kill the intended ambiance, okay then comment is so awesome because they're basically saying that people just want to change the game. That music was intended for that area. If you guys liked us talking about this particular situation with Nintendo and Amiibos, we would love to hear your feedback in the comment section down below.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because I could talk about Nintendo all day long. It doesn't even need to be Amiibo related, although I'm really interested if you get that Amiibo and Metroid. I want to see how like the whole thing works because I think it's a really interesting idea.
Yeah, and I've never connected an Amiibo to my Nintendo before, so I'm excited to go through that whole process for the first time.
That's going to be really fun.
Guys, what do you think about all of this? Are you upset about this? Did you pick up the game? Did you pick up the Amiibo? Are you refusing to pick up the Amiibo because this is bullshit? We want to know your thoughts and more in the comment section down below. And I will tell you this, at my local Costco, they had Metroid Prime 4 available for $62.99, so it was marked down from $69.99 to $62.99. So you can save a few bucks. So if you're a Costco member, go and pick up yours if you haven't already.
And a pumpkin pie.
In every video, we like to shout out to some of our patrons from Patreon. In this video, we'd like to shout out to Greg Malley, Nelson Shaner, Amy Richmond, Denver Bow, Adam Rubin, Veronica Knotts, Donald Lomax, Star Rosas, March Attack, Dave Adler, Adam and James from Shadow Force Collectibles, Nick Mastramico, Nick, Nathan Bakken, and Clarissa V. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We appreciate all of our patrons. You guys rock so hard. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Gastlecast if you want to join up and you want to hang with us every single month when we have our Google Meet chat. We do giveaways, show you upcoming Mischief Toys things, and just have an absolute blast. And for the month of December, we have a lot to give away. You can join up for as low as $5, but if you join for $10 or $20, you could be a part of some really big giveaways, and $20 patrons will have a huge giveaway opportunity for the December call. So make sure you join up on patreon.com/Gastlecast today. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post brand new content. You don't want to miss our new content. We have a blast here. Come back and watch us live every Sunday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.